there's a homeowner in your market right now who just opened ChatGPT and typed, "Who's the best contractor near me?" for the exact service you provide. And ChatGPT answered them, not with a list of 10 links, not with ads, with one name, a specific business, a direct recommendation. And there's a very good chance that that name isn't yours. And the worst part is you don't even know what's happening. My name is Spencer Wright, and after spending over $10 million in ads and generating north of $100 million in closed jobs for home service contractors all across the country, I can tell you this is not a future problem. 22% of homeowners are already using AI tools to find and hire contractors. AI referred web traffic grew 527% in a single year. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how AI decides who to recommend, why most home service contractors are completely invisible to it right now, and the specific things you can do right now to become the name it gives in your market starting this week. Most contractors assume AI search is just a faster version of Google. It isn't. It's a completely different game with a completely different set of rules. And if you're trying to win the AI game using the Google Playbook, you're going to lose without even realizing why. Here's what's actually happening. When someone searches on Google, they get a list. They open multiple tabs, submit a few forms, and now 5 contractors are calling them within 5 minutes. You already know how that plays out. It's a race, but AI doesn't work like that. When someone asks ChatGPT who the best contractor is, it doesn't give 10 options. It gives 1. And that recommendation is based on everything it can find about you online. Website, your reviews, your listings, mentions all across the internet. Then it makes a call, yes or no. And here's where this gets real. I was working with a contractor doing almost 8 figures a year. Has fantastic SEO, hundreds of 5-star reviews, nearly 20 years in business. On paper, they looked untouchable, but when we tested AI search in their market, they didn't even show up once, not even a mention. That's the disconnect. Only 6 to 7% of AI results overlap with Google's top rankings. So all the guys dominating Google right now, that does not mean they're winning in AI. The playing field, it just reset, and most of your competitors have no idea yet. So if it's not Google's rankings, what is AI actually looking at? This is where most contractors get blindsided because they think they've done everything right. But AI isn't reading your business the way Google does. It looks for clarity, specificity, consistency, real signals. And here's what actually moves the needle. First, it's real data, numbers, timelines, price ranges, square footage, not we're the best in the area. That means nothing to AI. Secondly, it's credible references, manufacturer mentions, local codes, third-party validation. Thirdly, and this is the big one, your reviews, not your star rating, the actual words inside your reviews. AI is reading those line by line. If your reviews say, "Great job, highly recommend," that is useless to AI. But if a review says they built a 400 square foot composite deck in our backyard, finished in 8 days, came in under budget, that specificity becomes a ranking signal. Now AI knows what you do, where you do it, what materials you use, what outcomes you produce, and it connects that to future searches. And I've seen the flip side too, where a competitor has great reviews, great reputation, but AI was actually associating them with the wrong type of contractor work, or even confusing them with another company altogether because their signals weren't clear enough. That's how you lose jobs you never knew existed. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You could have 20 years in business, 300 plus 5-star reviews, a solid reputation, and AI still might not recommend you. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because you're not speaking AI's language. And honestly, almost nobody is. I talk to contractors every single day. They all know AI is a thing. They hear about it consistently, but when it comes to actually doing something to get recommended by AI, that's a completely foreign concept. No one's talking about it. No one's asking the question, how do I make AI recommend me? So what happens? Their websites are vague, their reviews are generic, their business info is inconsistent across platforms. From AI's perspective, there's nothing solid to latch onto, so it skips them and recommends whoever has the cleanest signal. Not the best contractors, not the most experienced, the most understandable. And that's the gap right now. And I've seen this pattern over and over. You run the prompt, you show the contractor the results, and there's that moment when it clicks. Wait, I'm not even in the conversation. That's happening in markets all across the country right now. The good news, you don't need to rebuild everything. There are 3 things you can start fixing immediately. First, Your reviews, not more reviews, better reviews. Start coaching your customers, not scripting, just guiding, asking them to mention what you did, what materials you used, where the job was, what the result was. That one change alone can completely shift how AI understands your business. Secondly, your structured data. This is the back end of your website. It tells AI exactly who you are, what you do, where you operate. Without it, AI is guessing. With it, AI knows. And here's the thing, most contractor marketing teams don't even have this set up at all because they don't even know it exists. And thirdly, it's your content. Stop writing vague, fluffy pages. Every page should answer a real question immediately. First 200 words, clear, specific, useful. That is what AI pulls. That is what gets cited. That's what gets you recommended. And I've seen how fast this can work. The same contractor I mentioned earlier, the one tracking towards 8 figures, once they implemented this, within weeks, not months, weeks, they started showing up everywhere in AI search. Not because they were the biggest in their market, but because no one else in their market was doing it. It doesn't take that much right now. But here's the deal, that window will not stay open forever. Real quick, if you're watching this and you're thinking, this is exactly what I need to do, but I don't want to figure all of this out all by myself, that is exactly what I can help you with. I build this entire system out for you. Everything that makes AI actually recognize and recommend your business, your positioning, your content, your reviews, your backend structure, all of it fully done for you. So if you want, go down below and apply to work with me. There is a link in the description. Now let's get back into it. You see, every major shift in marketing has a window, a moment where the early movers take control and everyone else spends years trying to catch up. We saw it with Yellow Pages, Google SEO, Angie, and other directory platforms. Same pattern every time. The people who moved early, they locked in their markets. This is that moment again, but faster, because AI doesn't show 10 options, it shows one. So if you become the recommendation, you don't just get more leads, you control the conversation. And right now, the contractors who are starting to think this way, they're building a moat, because once AI starts recognizing you as the authority, it takes a lot to displace you. And most of your competitors, they're still chasing SEO. They're fighting uphill battles that are already saturated, while this entire lane is wide open for now. This isn't about keeping up with trends. This is about understanding how homeowners are making decisions right now. Because if AI is the one recommending, then visibility isn't about ranking anymore. It's about being understood. And the contractors who figure that out first are the ones who will win in the next decade. If you watch this whole video and you're thinking, I don't want to figure this all out by myself, I want someone to build this for me and make sure it's done right, that is exactly what I do. Click the link below and apply to work with me. We'll look at your market, look at where you're invisible right now, and map out exactly how to fix it. The link is down in the description. And if this video helped, hit subscribe. I put out new content every week that shows you exactly what's working in contractor marketing right now, stuff nobody else is talking about. See you on the next one. Cheers.